Good morning, and welcome to Confessions of a Camel. I know it's been a while since I've said anything, done anything, and honestly, it's because I don't know what to talk about half the time. I don't know if it's ADHD or if it's just like boredom, but I feel like every single time I start getting consistent with something, or with everything, I should say, it's almost like I'm overwhelmed with keeping up with everything, and then I fail miserably at keeping up with everything. So actually, that was what I wanted to talk about today, which seems kind of silly, but I know that there's so many people that are neurospicy that I feel like this is kind of like an important topic. Trying to find balance while doing this with everything else is hard. And I think I've talked about burnout and, how real that is. But I also think that it's very, very real that maybe it's not burnout. Maybe I'm just ADHD. Maybe I've even questioned AuDHD because I have quite a few of those, like the things people talk about, like kind of just, I don't know, like I guess symptoms is the word, but symptoms feels weird. Side effects sounds more logical to me, I guess. But yeah, I do experience like a lot of those issues that I hear other people talking about that also have odd ADHD, AUDHD. I think that's how it, yeah, whatever. Which is totally a possibility. Which could mean that by sitting there telling myself it's burnout, I'm just putting myself in a like more difficult situation instead of acknowledging that maybe my brain just works differently. And how do I figure out and how do I deal with the fact that my brain works differently? Because obviously I can't go hard for 3 months. Typical. Get bored at 4, fall off, and then expect for everything to like stay busy or stay anyway. I don't know. And the more I thought about it, I was like, maybe that's the trap that I'm falling into, is I'm labeling it burnout when it could be tandem, right? It could be both things. Two things can be true at once, is something I have really been trying to get myself to understand, because it's not always that simple, I guess you could say, to just be like, oh, it's just this or it's just that. No, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of, I go so hard, I don't really know how to like balance. I'm very much like a hardworking, people-pleasing perfectionist in the real world, which means that I overdo it. There's no other way to put it. I overdo it from time to time. I give more than energy than I should. Even if it is just like extending myself on like editing. Like, do I really think that somebody with their hand in their pants is paying that much attention if one of my clothing tags is sticking out? They're not. I still am for some reason. A little bit more than I wanted. But you and I both know they're not, right? But there I am, like, worrying about a little in a clip or or a tag or something silly. Honestly, I think that's where perfectionism becomes a curse, and also probably only makes whatever it is, burnout, ADHD, autism, ADHD, so much worse, because perfectionism says if it's not perfect, it's trash. That has been one of the biggest and hardest things for me to overcome doing this job. If it's not perfection, it's trash, is not realistic. They say that the most successful people on social media just keep throwing the darts at the dartboard, right? They just keep on going. They don't stop. So why do I? Other than a lack of desire, a lack of maybe even just, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ambition, because I have ambition, but yeah, I guess desire really is the only word I can think of for that, because it's like I want to do it, but I don't want to do editing's a great example of that. Like I want the clips to go up. I want the end goal, but I don't have any care for what's in between. It just is the sucky part of it. I have to do this. Like there's no excuse me. There's no like, oh, I love editing. No, not me, but I'm sure there's somebody that does, but not me. I don't get to do enough cool stuff. Maybe if I were doing like cooler stuff more often. And that should be the hope, right? To try to like find challenging things. I'm contemplating creating a whole AI version of myself for funsies and for videos, and I think it could be really cool to see how that turns out, but it also feels like talking to another person about it, like another model about it, it feels like it's going to be just as much time and energy as I spend on getting ready, filming, and editing. So it's like, is it worth it in the long run? I don't know yet. We're going to have to find out. We're going to have to wait and see, kind of, more or less. And that's really the best thing that I can do, is kind of just wait and see. I like it a little bit more like that, because this way I can, there we go, it's better. Okay. The more that I think about whatever it is that's going on with this like wave thing, it feels like sometimes it's out of my control. Like I know what I need to do, but I just lose all the energy for it. I'm curious if anybody else has experienced anything like this, and if anybody could clarify for me, like, I was experiencing burnout, or no, I actually went and got a diagnosis. I don't currently have like medical insurance or a doctor, so it's not like I could go get a diagnosis, but maybe it would help my brain a little bit to know. But yeah, I do plan on kind of continuing on this channel more. I want to share some journeys with you guys. I'm learning how to play the piano, and I'm learning, well, not learning, I guess learning is the word, but practicing the skill of singing. So I'm thinking about doing some learn with me stuff. I'm thinking about possibly trying to open up this channel to more than just confessions, because that also felt like that was kind of putting me in a little bit of a box where not trying to like say the wrong thing. There's so many stories that I have, so many great stories, but all of them would have to be on sites that are a little bit more X-rated. This is not PG stuff I'm talking about, and I understand that. So I want to find more topics to come and do. I want to play with ASMR maybe. Yeah, and I would love to have you comment down below what you would like to see. Comment down below if you've experienced any of this and you're like, man, I feel you, and here is what my answer was. It may not be the same as yours, but maybe it helps. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day.